I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
Seek his kingdom first and his righteousness, and he will add all other things to you. Matthew 6:33. May he remain the central figure in your relationship together. May you never take each other's love for granted, but always experience that wonder that exclaims, out of all in this world, you have chosen me. When life is done, may you still be hand in hand, thanking God for each other. With the joy of marriage ahead, will you please join hands, as I guess you already are, I don't need to tell you, and you already are facing each other, I don't need to tell you that either. So Avery and Lacey, do you, with your family and friends, as your witnesses, present yourselves willingly and of your own accord to be joined in marriage?
We do.
Good. Yeah, today, not tomorrow. Will you promise to care for each other in the joys and sorrows of life, come what may, and to share the responsibility to create a wonderful life together?
We will.
Great. Avery and Lacey have prepared their own vows to share with one another. So, Avery, you ready?
I'm going to go ahead and get this out.
Smart.
Lacey, 2,000 miles of highway between Memphis and the California coast. Didn't make it very far. Gave me a lot of time to reflect on the past 2 years. I got to get together. I can only imagine all that was on your mind 2 years ago as you made the same drive eastbound, and your whole life grew smaller and smaller. In the rearview mirror, your faith that motivated you to pack your life into boxes and to cast off from Memphis, and your courage, which gave your faith perseverance to keep driving as the California sunshine set behind you, have forever changed my life. When you got on the elevator, at the beginning of Summer Institute 2 years ago, I didn't know the impact the girl in a baggy Yosemite sweater would have on my life. There was a lot that I didn't know then that I've learned since that day. I didn't know then that a boy who lived more than 500 miles from the coast grew up to love the beach because he was to meet and fall in love with a girl who grew up on the beach. I didn't know that a person who was exposed to so many of life's ugliest realities could embody and exude so much beauty. I didn't know that a grande iced Americano cost $3.22 at Starbucks, or that my wallet would be shot full of $3.22 sized holes for the rest of my life. And I didn't know that love could feel so much like friendship. And that kind of love, the kind that brought a southern boy out here to the Central Coast, the kind of love that brought our friends and family, some traveling thousands of miles to celebrate with us, the kind of love that over 2 years brought two perfect strangers, raised more than 2,000 miles apart together to this brink of forever, is filled with promises. I promise that words will never be necessary, that actions will convey that I love you more eloquently than my words ever could. But I promise also that I love you will never go unsaid. I promise that no year will pass without the sea breeze in your hair or sand between your toes, even if the ocean water never is because of the sharks lurking beneath the surface. I promise to lead our future family with the same faith and courage that brought you to Memphis. I promise to turn a blind eye to $3.22 charges on our bank statements. And in a world where things and people come and go, and they don't always stay, I promise that I will always be there. I promise when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night, I'll be there. I promise when the world is wrapped around your finger and opportunities are beating down your door, I'll be there. I promise when things fall apart and everything has gone sideways, I'll be there. In times of sickness and in health, in seasons of poverty and wealth, I promise I'll be there. I love you and I promise I always will.
All right, good job. Lacey, are you ready? You got to do this. It's part of the deal. All right?
Why did I have to go second?
It's tradition. You said you want a traditional wedding.
Chicken's been part of that, right?
I can't do it.
You can. You gotta take your time.
Avery Field. 2 words. It is a privilege to take you as my husband today. There is no human I adore more than how I adore you. My whole life, I have craved safety and stability, and I want to thank you for giving me that. I can do this. Through our time together, you have taught me to trust you and have never given me a reason not to. I never want to take for granted that trust, safety, and stability that you give me. I promise to be captivated and grateful for the Lord. This is naughty. Oh, where was it? I promise to be captivated and grateful for the Lord and His timing and the events that have to take place for us to meet. The way you love me is unlike anything I've ever known, and I often feel that I don't know what I did to deserve to be loved by someone as great as you. Then you remind me that I do deserve to be loved by you. And once again, you teach me something new. You have taught me to know my worth, and you make me feel valued, known, loved, safe, and beautiful, like I'm the only girl in any room. When you say I love you, I know that means you love me you love me exactly who God made me to be. You know how to demonstrate your love to others in the most generous ways, with such thoughtfulness and care. And I fall more and more in love with you every time you do just that. I plan to spend the rest of my life giving you the love you deserve and demonstrating that in a way that is meaningful to you. I promise to spend the rest of my life learning to deserve your love and continuing to learn to give you the love that you deserve. I promise to continue to learn to trust and grow with you. I promise to be your faithful wife, to love you through trials and triumphs. I promise to support you in your goals and what God calls you to do, to honor and respect you, to laugh and cry with you, and to never take for granted how God made me for you and you for me. I promise to always be thankful for God's plan for us to meet in Tennessee. I promise to love you with all that I have and to be in love with you for the rest of my days. Avery Field, it is the greatest privilege to take you as my husband, and I do so today and forever without any reservation.
You made it. You did. I knew you could. Man. I now pronounce you husband and wife in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You may now share your first kiss as husband and wife. Friends and family and chickens, I now present to you the newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Avery and Lacey Field.
Stay.